Okay, I finally got myself a real drone, and that is a Mavic Pro drone. And this drone has been on the market for 2 years, so recently it's on clearance in a few places, and I was able to get an open box Mavic Pro drone at a discounted price. Certainly, there are a few items missing, but for the most part, for my purpose, it is okay. So I can live without those missing parts. One of them is like user manual. Okay, so the purpose of this video is to show you how to connect Mavic Pro drone to my Raymarine Axiom 9-inch fish finder to display and stream live video from my Mavic drone when it's fly high in the sky and having an aerial view catching my boat and me catching fish in action from the sky. And that's why I decided to buy this Mavic Pro drone instead of the other drones like Phantom drones and so forth, because this is the only one that Raymarine was able to work with. So here we go. So there are really just 3 easy steps you need to in order to make your fish finder a drone screen to see the live stream video of what your drone is seeing. So the first thing you need to do is you need to, well, first let's backtrack a little bit. I just want to show you something really cool on Raymarine's website. So this is the first industry first, and it was dated August 2018. As you can see, it's a pretty new invention on Raymarine's part, so kudos to them for doing such a thing to turn a fish finder into a drone controller. And so this is the Axiom, and looks like a Pro because it has not only the touch screen but also the buttons on the side. The regular version of Axiom doesn't have these buttons on the side. It's just a touch screen. In any case, the new LightHouse 3.6 software update for Axiom Multifunction Display, that MFD stands for Multifunction Display, offers integration with DJI Mavic Pro drones. So they just recently, in October, released a software update of 3.7.70. So that's the software we will be using for this presentation. In any case, you can still see Raymarine is the first to turn a fish finder into a drone controller. You can see it's pretty cool here. Let's see what else we have on this thing. I thought there is a gallery for this. Let's see if this is the page. Yeah, this is the page. You can see there's a boat of Raymarine, and this is the Mavic Pro. And here is the video. You can play that, but you can see how cool this is. Basically, this is the chart app, and this is the live stream video from the drone. You can see this is the position of the drone from this in the sky, and this is the position of the boat. And here it shows the distant, where is it? The speed, I think, the height. So the drone is about 20 meters high, which is 60 feet above the boat, and traveling speed at 1.6 knots, which is about, I say, about 2 miles an hour. And the track speed is about 10. Maybe distance between the boat and the I think anyway, so you can scout ahead for waypoints and you know, a lot of things. And let's see, you can capture the action, you know, and so this is the app that we're trying to build. This one, which is a chart on the left hand side, and this is a drone app on the right hand side. And this is, you can use the touch screen on the Axiom to control the drone. And here is a view of the boat from the sky, and you can automatically return so in the LightHouse 3.6 version and above, you can automatically press a button to have the drone return to boat. Okay, so these are the galleries here, and here is the software. You go there and you can download the software. You know, as you can see, this is version 3.7.70 now, and the release date is October 2008, and today is October 26, 2018. So it's still pretty new, and when you turn it on, this is what you're gonna be seeing. So let's see the operating manual here. Well, while that's loading, let me go to this. So the first thing is you have to physically connect the Axiom multifunction display or the fish finder to Mavic Pro remote controller using the micro USB to USB cable that's provided in your Mavic Pro drone. That's the first thing you need to do. So the end that has micro USB, you have to stick into the back of the Axiom display, and the USB cable end, the end with USB port, you're gonna plug that into Mavic Pro remote controller, and then you go to turn on the Axiom display, and in the LightHouse 3.7 the software will boot up, and then you're going to create a new user profile by pressing the skipper at the top of the menu. You're going to add user profile, because this in the skipper profile you cannot add the UAV or the drone app. You have to create a new user profile and then customize that app. So third step, which is the last step, you just press to select any two app, you know, chart, whether it's chart camera, chart video, doesn't matter. You want to customize it to chart UAV, and then select the UAV app from the screen, and then power it off. And then when you power it back on, and that's it. When you power it back on, the Mavic Pro should be connected to Axiom Fish Finder, and you can now control the drone or live stream 4K drone video to Axiom display. So that's all there is. You know, physically connect Axiom Fish Finder to Mavic Pro drone, and then in the Axiom software 3.7 or whatever version you have, as long as it's above 3.6, you create a new user profile by pressing the skipper to add a new user profile, and in the menu you select any two apps, you know, whether it's chart video or chart camera, to customize it to chart UAV, and then power it off. That's it. When you power it back on, the Mavic Pro should be connected to the Axiom Fish Finder, and you can control the drone or live stream 4K drone video to Axiom display at that point. So let's bring that back up again. So here we go. So we have this, but operating manual. But let me get to a video that I pre-recorded. Here we go. So let me play this. So this is a screen. Hold on. This is a screen video that I recorded on mirror onto my iPhone. So this is whatever is displayed on the Axiom multifunction display screen. I mirrored it onto my iPhone using the iPhones using the existing iPhone software, the screen recorder on the iPhone that came with the iOS operating system in the iPhone. And it's pretty easy. Once you've done that, you know, watch my other video for how to do that. And then so now my iPhone is connected to the Axiom, and as you can see here, I already bypassed this step. In other words, when you let's see, when you turn on the LightHouse 3.7, this is what you see. This is the screen that you see, and instead of Mavic Pro drone up here, it's going to show skipper. So what you want to do is you want to use your finger and press this skipper, and then it will tell you to add a new user, and then you just type this in. Doesn't have to be what I have here. You can just type a drone or whatever, just use that. The next thing is, you see here you have the chart and camera, which is 2 apps. You can also choose this, but you know, let's use this, and just use your finger to touch here, press, and to select the UAV app. So, and then here, oops, here we go. So now you're gonna see this is the UAV app. You're gonna try to use your finger and touch this to have this UAV app to show up here. So this is the chart, you want to keep it, so click press next. And then here I was just, you know, trying to clear that. It's not necessary. Back to here again, the 2 apps and the UAV. You know, I changed the name to that, and chart to drone, and then you see it started initializing. Right, and then you can see that. Let me go back to that again here. So this is the chart and UAV app after I successfully built this, customize this UAV app is added, you know. So let me backtrack a little bit. You know, chart UAV, and then, well, I don't have to. You don't have to change that to drone. And then you can see it, you know, started, and then it will ask you. It will say that it will give you that see there. It will give you this disclaimer. You just hit continue, and then it's initializing the drone. And at this point, you should have your drone connected to the Axiom fishfinder. Oops. So ensure you're connected. To see that that was the message there. Oops. See, you're connected to Wi-Fi. Also, you need to make sure you're connected to Wi-Fi. So, you know, change the Axiom to make sure it's connected. The Axiom fish finder is connected to the Wi-Fi and initializing. And there we go. So the registration is successful, and then you may now turn off Wi-Fi. So hit OK. Okay, you see this? You need to connect USB cable from the Axiom multifunction display to the remote controller, and then you turn on and pair the remote controller in the drone itself. and you see back to this app again. Oh, once that's done, you power things off, power the Axiom off. That's what I'm doing here, so I press this, hold this button for 3 seconds. That will power off the Axiom fish finder, and then I turn this fish finder back on, and then you see this. I touch this, press the select chart and UAV app, and now you can see that left hand side is the chart, and the right hand side is whatever my drone is seeing. And because I'm indoor, so you're seeing nothing right now due to the low lighting indoor. And this is the distance of the drone from my boat. This is the speed of the drone. This is the height of the drone. You can see this is the GPS. It's flashing. This is the remote control, and this is the battery level. And I'm in restricted zone, so and this is the camera. Okay, so that's all there is. Yeah, so let me recap. Yeah, so when you first turn on the LightHouse 3.7, this is all you see. Audio app, chart audio app, camera app, chart video app, chart camera app, and this is skipper instead of Mavic. So you're gonna press here in order to create a new user profile. In the skipper, if you try to select this, it's not gonna work because it's already preset. The skipper setting is already preset. You cannot customize these two app. You really have to create a customized user profile, and then select the two apps, and then you can do you can change the second app from chart camera or chart audio to chart UAV. And you can see here, once you get into this screen, and then you can click this UAV to have it as the chart and UAV. So that's the that's how you do it. And if you are successful, certainly you can just add a UAV app. You don't have to do two apps. And if you see this screen, where is it? Okay, so if you see this chart, and this drone with the propeller orange app added like this, then you're there, you're done. And you just click this again or press this again, and it will start initializing. It will start initializing, and it will tell you about the multifunction to serve as an auxiliary controller to approve UAV unmanned aerial vehicle models, and you're responsible for your own conduct. In other words, if you damage your drone, they're not responsible. Basically it's a disclaimer, and then you can hit continue here. Okay, so that's all there is. See, continue. That's all there is. And you can also click this or press this, so that the error message, the message don't show anymore. So that's all there is. And like I said, you need to connect physically Axiom fish finder to the Mavic Pro drone remote controller, not to the drone itself, but to the remote controller, using the cable that came with the Mavic Pro drone. And in the LightHouse 3.7, you're going to create a new user profile, pressing skipper to add. And the last step 3, is press to select any two apps, chart camera, chart audio, to customize it to chart UAV, and then power it off. Like I said, if you try to do this in skipper profile, it's not going to work. you're not going to be able to see the drone with the propeller in app in there, or you're not going to be able to add it because the skipper user profile is already programmed in Axiom by Raymarine. But when you create this new username, you can customize the apps any way you want, including to add to change the two app to chart UAV to control your Mavic Pro. That's all it is, and enjoy. I will take my boat and Mavic Pro outside to do a real test drive of these two connected, the fish finder, Axiom fish finder connected to the drone, and show you how good it is. Okay, so subscribe and keep watching.